you got your results? Don't tell me now. She, as ever, is remarkably calm and collected about the whole thing. 9:24. More A-levels to be discovered. Marion McNamee live at Cardinal Wiseman School in the next 20 minutes, unveiling, opening envelopes, finding out which students have got what. It's her old stomping ground, so she'll be back there with us in the next 20 minutes. So, first of all, as it's a Thursday morning, as we'd always do, around this sort of time, 9:25-ish, to check in with Stratford-upon-Avon movie critic Victoria Luxford. Hello, Victoria.
Good morning.
How has your week been?
All right, nothing as tense or thrilling on the screen or in Stratford as the wait for the A-level results, I imagine.
No, I can imagine for a lot of people it's a very tense and nervy morning, but lovely to have you with us and Victoria's guide to what's on, not just at the cinema, but what we can be watching at home. We get her to pick something that's the best of cinema, the best of watching at home, and a family classic for us all to cuddle up together with at the weekend. So, Victoria, as ever, let's start with your best in cinema, shall we, this morning?
My best of cinema this week is Blue Beetle in cinemas Friday. It's a DC superhero film about a man who is chosen by an ancient relic to become the superhero Blue Beetle.
Oh, did you know what was going to happen to my brother when you stuck him with this world-destroying thing?
It's called the Scarab. I had no idea it would activate. It has to choose you.
So how do we get it to unchoose me?
Host acquired.
Who said that?
Systems tracking 3,
Okay.
2.
As you were saying, Victoria, it's part of the DC franchise, this, isn't it?
Yes, it's the ongoing sort of change between the older DC films and the new ones, and I thought this was good fun. The superhero genre is a little bit crowded, so I think... I'm not sure if this is anything hugely different from the many others, but it is entertaining. It does what it does well, and it has a lot of funny moments. I think the action is well choreographed. It's a Latin American superhero, which is something a little bit different compared to a lot of superheroes out there. So I think in general, if you're looking for a blockbuster for the last few weeks of summer that's quite big, that's quite bold, that's quite light, this is worth checking out.
Certainly kiddie, grandkiddie friendly. Blue Beetle on at cinemas across Coventry and Warwickshire as from tomorrow. From Best of Cinema, Best of Home, Victoria.
My best of home this week is Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves on Paramount Plus and Sky Movies from Friday. It's a big screen adventure starring Chris Pine as a leader of a group of adventurers looking for a magical artifact.
Truth be told, we helped the wrong person steal the wrong thing. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known. But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
And again, based, I imagine, largely on the board game, isn't it? Dungeons and Dragons, Victoria?
Yes, it is, absolutely. And I thought this was great fun. It didn't do so well at the cinema, and I think that's a shame because I think it definitely deserves a look if you haven't seen it. Really funny film, great cast, including Hugh Grant, who is just brilliant as the bad guy. This seems to be a great reinvention for him. An old-fashioned action comedy that I think is well worth taking a chance on.
Okay. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. And as Victoria said there, that's available on Paramount Plus and Sky Movies from Friday. That's our best of home selection for this weekend. And finally, a family classic we can all cuddle up to, Victoria.
My family classic this week is The Never-Ending Story on iPlayer Now. It's a family classic about a young boy who escapes his bullies by being drawn into a mysterious book.
What is the secret of this enchanted book? What wonders are hidden within its pages? What magical spell does it cast on all who read it? What is the secret of the never-ending story?
But that's impossible!
And you might remember, of course, the soundtrack, Lamal's never-ending story hit of 1984, which came from the movie. I can remember going to see this at the cinema when it came out first time round, Victoria. It's proper roll, this is, isn't it?
Yeah, 1984, so one of the great influential family movies of the 80s. This has great effects for the time, very imaginative plot, one of those films that you thought might have been remade at this point, but I don't think anyone can really capture the magic of the original. Great stuff to watch with the family.
It is magic, isn't it, actually? And it, features... I don't know how you describe the creature with the big floppy ears. It's not... Is it kind of a benevolent dragon type sort of thing in this?
Sort of, yeah. I think you have to see it to believe it, really.
Yeah.
It's I think he's called Falcor.
That's the one. There you go, right there. Well done. Well done, Victoria, on that. So Lioness is on Sunday. I don't know if you've been following their sort of progress. I mean, has that sort of captured your imagination at all, the England women?
Yes, I watched the semi-final yesterday, and it's one of those wonderful moments in sport where you can hear the people watching at different speeds, whether they're watching it on TV, whether they're watching it online, a couple of seconds ahead, and you hear that ripple effect of when the goals go in, of the cheers down the street. It's wonderful to see.
Good stuff. So Sunday morning, 11 o'clock, where are you going to be?
Watching through my fingers, probably in the front room, and hoping for a Lionesses win. And just very pleased. I know Robin Cowan, the commentator on the England games. I've had the pleasure to work with her on BBC Radio in the past, and know how hard she's worked to get there. And it's amazing to see, both for the Lionesses and for her.
Yeah, I think her on the telly and Vicky Sparks on the radio are fantastic commentary jobs they've both done on that, and both had the kind of Aguero moments yesterday when Alessia Russo's his third goal went in. Fantastic stuff. Victoria, great to hear from you as ever. Enjoy the sunshine. It's warming up in Stratford, so have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Victoria Luxford, our Stratford-upon-Avon movie-based, movie critic, indeed, with us with their check of Best of Cinema, Best of Home. The Family Classic, by the way, Never Ending Story, available on the BBC iPlayer right now.